Oh man, I am naught but a cog in the machine. So tired of work. Hmm. Now is the fun part of trying to remember what the hell we had done on this last time. And what is left to do. Nice night for a night. It would be Tiki, but this is not a night. We're going to be doing our Tower Battlesuit today, because it's been a while since we've worked on him. But yeah, I got the pH all sorted out in my tub, and we should be gaming. Yeah. So what is left for us to do? We need to, I think the mini itself is pretty much, I've got all the base layering down. I think now it's just battle damage, weathering, and the base. Don't think I've missed any other little bits. Beautiful sunset for a battlesuit. Indeed. Yeah, so, let's compare him to the other battlesuit we've done. So in terms of color, I drowned the original battlesuit in Nuln Oil from the looks of it. Oh, my hands are shaking so much. And then we've got lots of little scratches and stuff that we've painted all over him. What's up? Hey, Technic? But yeah, so, looks like we will crack out the Nuln Oil and get to work. We'll just go to town on this guy. I probably won't go as hard as what I did with this one, because I quite like the slightly stronger red. But yeah, I still want to give it some depth. Hey, Phobic. Yeah, sorry about the late stream today. Got stuff going on at work at the moment, and so it's just been really full on this week. And probably will be full on next week as well. Friend convinced you to try 40k again. You ain't doing the fourth extinction, you're getting orcs. Wait, getting the 4th edition and you're getting orcs. Nice. Yeah, I've got a friend who has, he hasn't done any minis before, and for a while he was eyeing it up, and he sent me a message the other day with an image of some orc boys that he bought, and they were half assembled, and he was like, "Jack, will you teach me how to paint?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah." "68 models to paint. Jeez, Technic. Although, hang on, that's probably still not as many as me, but that is a lot. I'll just not think about what I have to paint. Yeah, I think that's all the blue tack. Awesome. Since you love kit bashing and post-apocalyptic stuff, some Cult of Speed / Mad Max Orc made sense. Yeah, I mean, look, the Orc vehicles are just so cool. Like, Orcs are just, they're just really neat. They're just funny guys. They're just having a great time. And yeah, Orcs are like the kit basher's dream. You just smash shit together and that's a vehicle. And you just smash it together on like the Orcs themselves for equipment. It's, yeah, very cool. Okay, now, one thing that I'm hoping the Nuln Oil will really come through for is where I've got the crackle paint on the panels. I'm hoping that that'll really pick out the recesses of the crackle, and hopefully push that sun damaged effect. I just dab a little bit of it in there. Hang on, I'll zoom this in a bit more. There we are. The fellow lovers of plastic crack. Hey, Gavin. Then I'll just do a thin layer of the Nuln Oil over the rest of the panels, but then really try to pull it into these little cracks. Yeah, I reckon that's going to look really nice when it dries. But yeah, I think one difference that I'm going to have between this battlesuit and my original broadside is I think I have a better understanding of how to use Nuln Oil now than I did back then. And so I absolutely drowned it. And so it looks pretty pretty messy. But I think I can probably get a much nicer finish with it now. Holy fuck, this is lagging so bad. Yeah, it's raining a fair bit in Brisbane at the moment, and Australian internet is notoriously horrible, so unfortunately there is not a whole lot I can do on that front. I don't believe my Steam is updating anything. Nope, it's not. Yeah. nothing I can do for you guys, unfortunately. If you're not seeing the reveals from Adepticon? No, I was not aware that there was a Warhammer convention. What did they reveal? Guess you just have to repeat yourself a lot. Oh, okay, is it even audio lag? Man, yikes. Normally when it's lagging, it's just video lag, but the audio is fine. Must be really bad. Might be the first stream where you got to go before it ends. Yeah, it's unfortunately I did have to push it back because of work. It is what it is. It happens when people go on holidays. The convention's not strictly for Warhammer, but GW typically uses it as a vehicle for yearly releases. I see, I see. And so what did they reveal this time around? Each Chaos Marine army got a unit. Grand Cafe's coming to Oddworld. Space World's got a range refresh, and Grey Knights got shafted. What do you mean Grey Knights got shafted? How did, like, as in they just didn't get anything when people thought they were going to get stuff, or did they get refreshed models that are shit? Entire new faction for Old World as well as Beastmen and Wood Elves. I see, I see. Like, how many people still play Old World? Because I know that Age of Sigmar has largely superseded it, hasn't it? Or tabletop, at least. Grand Cathay looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, I feel like you could get some very nice looking units with Cathay. Just Chinese fantasy theming in general is always aesthetically pleasing. They have giants that look superb. Right, okay. I wasn't aware that Grand Cathay used giants. I thought they were just all dragons and then men. Everything's lagging bad. You typed that 5 minutes ago? Right. I'm wondering if it's, it might not entirely be on my end in that case, because at least for, like, my internet should not be performing that poorly. Like, I would know if my internet was that slow. Yeah. Unless YouTube's having a moment. Grey Knight's got an upgrade sprue. I see. Expected a bit of lag for a while. Was just a strong category flare. Oh, wait, as in like a solar flare? Hello everyone, hey Twisted. Yeah, I'm interested. What? Let's see. Solar flare. Surprise! X-class solar flare emerging from sunblock triggers radio blackouts across the Americas 10 hours ago. Crazy. It's not my fault for once. It's not me. To answer your question, a lot of people like Old World because tons of people still played Fantasy instead of Age of Sigmar. Right, okay. Yeah, I guess because everyone had massive backlogs of their armies, and they wouldn't want to just go and then go, oh fuck, okay, I guess it's time to rebuild my entire army. Also, what's this? My army does not exist in Age of Sigmar. Because I imagine Tomb Kings and Vampire Counts are not in Age of Sigmar. I don't think I've seen armies for them. Wait, what are Flesh Eater Courts? Oh, I feel like we went over this around Christmas when I was looking at the Christmas boxes. What are the Flesh Eater Courts? Because they're not Vampire Counts, are they? Man, I can get such nice effects with this. I'm like looking at how this is happening with the crackle effect and thinking about all the other cool shit it can be used for. You, like, use it to make like capillaries on muscles and that sort of thing. Like, imagine putting that on my like on the bulges on my rat ogres to get like some really nice muscle veins going. So far behind, Shell gone. Look, Mac, we're streaming now, and that's all that matters. And if we're talking about far behind, as in responding to things, like Twisted said, there was a solar flare, apparently, which has caused a lot of connection issues. Most people thought that Granites were going to get abdomens, but they got an upgrades proof for the baby carrier. What is the baby carrier? Is that the silly looking dreadnought? Search for Solar Weather Observatory. You keep track because you love watching the aurora. Man, it'd be so cool to live in a place that gets auroras. I mean, I just have to wait for global warming, I guess. As the as the climate changes, we'll get more auroras in places that shouldn't get the aurora. So, like what happened earlier, was it earlier this year or was it late last year? Where people were getting auroras, they were getting the northern lights really far south, and people were getting the southern lights really far north. vamp. I feel, did I say something about 10 minutes ago to do with vampire? Like, is this a response to something I said? I'm lost. The latency is screwing us over big time. The Dreadnought? Okay. Wow, the latency is bad. Okay, so the baby carrier is the silly looking Dreadnought. Got it. Holy, that is a... oh my... The Dreadnought wearing a Primaris toddler carrier. Holy, okay. I now see what you guys mean by how laggy it is. Because that was a long time ago. Holy shit. It's a 7-minute delay. Get it like once every 3 years? What are we referring to here? You saying you get a big solar flare like once every 3 years, or is this something else? I can't remember what I was saying 7 minutes ago. When the aurora happens like that in strange places, it's due to how overwhelmingly massive the flare and then the following CME was. The one I refer to was the strongest on record for some time. Oh, okay. I now remember what I was talking about 7 minutes ago. We were talking about how there was the auroras in weird places. Okay. So that's due to solar flares. Okay, never mind. I thought, okay, interesting. The more you know. Yeah, no, my current area of expertise lies not with magnetic fields and stuff, and the aurora, but more with So, some background. I've been working a lot lately, and during these increased shifts, I learnt that one of my managers is a pyramid truther. And that was quite entertaining to me, but I was not well equipped enough to counter every I was not equipped enough to counter all of the pyramid truths that he was he was talking about. So I went on a bit of a learning spree about pyramid conspiracies. So yeah, my current area of expertise is not solar flares or auroras, but it's Atlantis. So yeah, today's been a fun week for me in terms of learning about weird shit. Learned some cool things about pyramids though. Like about cool actual things about pyramids. So that's always fun. I think he must have mentioned it as well because there was a recent thing where a non-peer-reviewed article claimed to have found these super massive like cylindrical structures underneath the Great Pyramids of Giza, and the conspiracy crowd are calling them ancient power plants or a lost city. So I think that's why he was talking about the pyramids in the first place, because I overheard him talking to a customer about it, and I was like, "Yo, that's pretty crazy." But yeah, it's it's pretty funny. What do we talk about that Shelley will see in 5 minutes? Yeah, I have a feeling that interaction is going to be somewhat difficult today. Sheldon, you've been painting this for 2 months. What the fuck? Look, Mac, I haven't been painting this thing constantly for 2 months. This is probably the one that I've been touching the least. Also, I haven't been painting a lot this month in general. Or, like, these past couple of months have just been rough for me in terms of finding times to stream. But yeah, I remember when I started this game, I was like, yeah, you know what? I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna have this guy finished in no time. And here we are. Still still painting away. Ah, well, it is what it is. We'll get there eventually. Take a little bit of work, but we'll get there. Alright guys, welcome to the new stream chat. How's everybody? Oh, I see the general chat in Discord activated. I wonder if this is going to be faster than YouTube chat. I will keep an eye on it. Yo, hey Jesus. How you going, mate? But yeah, I don't know how responsive the Discord is going to be compared to the YouTube chat. But yeah, we will see. Because a lot of the delay might come down to my feed actually making it to you guys rather than your feed making it, like your messages making it to me. My pyramids. Yeah, okay. It's so delayed. But yeah, I have become a an expert on pyramid conspiracies this week, so that was fun. And like, I always knew that conspiracy theories were stupid, but the like the pyramid ones are actually so funny, just with how much they have to reach to even give the illusion of having anything of substance. Is he a conspiracy theorist or what? The thing is, okay, so if we're talking about my manager, I don't think he's he's an active conspiracy theorist. I think he just sometimes he'll just watch like Netflix and go, oh, but what if? Oh, that makes sense. I mean, surely the Egyptians couldn't have figured out. I guess it makes sense that they couldn't have figured out how to stack rocks and make them go up. Sounds like the sort of things you might overhear in the day room of a psych ward. Yeah, like because I heard him talking to a customer about it, and the customer was like, yeah, and you know, look, the pyramids of Giza, like the Great Pyramids of Giza, they were probably already there because, you know, all the Egyptian pyramids are meant to be burial structures, but we've never found any pharaohs in the pyramids of Giza, and there are no hieroglyphics in there either. And then my manager's like, oh yeah, well yeah, and look, just with how precise they are as well, there's no way that they could have done that. And so apparently neither of them were aware that the Great Pyramids of Giza, being around 4,000 years old, have been getting raided for like 4,000 years. And so the pharaohs have most likely already been fucking taken out of them. The sarcophagus is in there, but no pharaoh. Yeah, actually, that story you told 2 minutes ago was hilarious. Awesome. Thanks, Technic. I appreciate the support. But, yeah, and so, oh, man, like, I really want my manager to, like, bring up the pyramids in front of me again so that I can shit all over him. But the thing is, like, I can't go and, like, approach him and go, hey, what you said about the pyramids, just so you know. Like, that'd be too aggressive. Instead, it's like, I want him to bring them up so I can tease out his ideas and sort of, I want to know where he stands. And also, the whole thing why there are no hieroglyphics inside the pyramids is because they were, like, the hieroglyphics are engraved, and pretty much every surface in the pyramid, the Great Pyramids of Giza, have been completely stripped by by grave robbers and daring adventurers and just raiders, because they were valuable and they wanted to, they'd rip the walls off and the floors and everything to, like, just because it was all loot. And so surprisingly, after 3,000, 4,000 years, there are no more hieroglyphics left. But then why are we finding them in things like in the Valley of the Valley of Kings, where we found Tutankhamun and all that, or King Tut? I don't know if they're the same person or if it's two different people with similar names. But it's because by the time that the Valley of Kings was built after the Great Pyramids of Giza, because by that time they had realized that, hey, if we bury our pharaohs in these big fuck off monuments, we're basically just advertising to the world that we've got lots of treasure buried here. So maybe we should make some degree of an effort to hide the tombs of our guys so that people don't steal all their shit. And so the Valley of Kings was much better hidden, so it was much better preserved because it got raided a whole lot less. And that's why there are hieroglyphics in there, and that's why we find pharaohs in there, and that's why there's still treasure. Yeah. But no, I've had a fun week learning about pyramid conspiracies. But yeah, those are just the most basic ones. Like, it goes, the rabbit hole goes a lot deeper. But yeah. Fun stuff. You had projects that took over 600 hours. Hang on. Has the delay gotten worse? That was 11 minutes ago when Mac commented on the fact that my this has been 2 months in the making. Um, is the delay getting worse? So it'll probably be what takes you the longest. Is this the Eldar that you're working on at the moment, or is this a different one that you're doing? Is this the Iron Hands Emperor's Children kit bash that you're talking about? Okay, so the big delay is the footage reaching you. Right. Yeah, I had a feeling that is probably what it is. Yeah, because, like, in terms of, like, all of my internet connectivity is completely fine here. I think it must just be the magnetic field in the northern hemisphere, or over in your half of the world in general. Not necessarily northern hemisphere, just in the Americas might be fucked. Hi team, I see your message in Discord Mac right now. That is, you sent it just now. I don't know how responsive this is going to be, if Discord's going to be better than YouTube chat, but yeah. It is currently 2:42 p.m. Ooh, actually, just realizing now, I'm meant to be playing Lancer with some friends in the Netherlands tonight. I wonder if the solar flare is going to fuck with that. That'd be sad if it does. Okay, but I'm liking what we've got going there. Might just put some more Nuln Oil into these cracks here. Really try to darken them. Okay, now we'll let that dry. Maybe a little bit over here as well, because we've got more cracks over there. Nothing major though. Okay, we'll leave that be. Now it's just the torso. Now there is work to be done. Let's just try drown it at least for the most part. Don't need to worry too much about being neat. How far am I painting this model? The mini itself is just about done, and then we just need to base it. So we're just, I'm pretty much just gonna give it a layer of Nuln oil, maybe freehand some scratches and chips all over it, and then base it. Yeah, because I want to have a similar sort of look to the broadside suit that we've already finished. So I don't need to go super in depth with it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to do a particularly long stream today. I might cut it quite short just because the whole solar flare situation makes it so hard to interact. Because it's like a 10-minute. I feel like it's getting longer. I feel like it might. Hang on. Oh my, hang on. It's worse. It's getting worse. It was 7 minutes before. That was a 13-minute delay, Technic. Holy shit. I can't believe I've gone through this fucked work week to this stream. We get to the stream and it's fucking sabotaged by the sun. Sabotaged by a giant ball of fire in the middle of the solar system. solid 13-minute delay on stream. Yeah, it is. Let's just give that one a skull react in the in Discord. Just hit him with one of those. You see this message to be 112 EST? Let's see. Current time, EST. Nope, 12:56 AM. That's when I've seen it. 12:56 AM EST. Hang on. Yeah. However, by the time it bounces back to you, it might be that time. Hello, Reese. Is there any delay with you, Reese? I'm interested to see how widespread this is, or if it's just connection to the US that's fucked. Reese, can you please, type the word Blago for me? Now, it is also entirely possible that he will choose to just not type the word Blago, at which point this experiment is instantly failed. It's taking a little while. I'm not sure if he's just not typing it, or if he's got the delay as well. Because you actually try to talk about the hobby for once and YouTube wants to be stupid and lag. Yeah. Unfortunately, the sun is conspiring against us, Gavin. The single most powerful entity in our solar system is conspiring against us. Yeah, I can probably afford to be a bit more heavy-handed with our null oil on the underside here, because that's where we want the shading anyway. Yeah, I have a feeling that Reese has just decided to not type the word Blago. But I mean, that's fair enough as well. I was asking a lot of Reese to type a word rather than an emote. Oh, that looks so good. Getting the null oil in the really large patch of cracks there. Definitely going to need a second coat of the null oil to make it really work. But it is like yeah, I reckon it's gonna be good. Hello, Shells of Iron #1 fan. As soon as you hear me say that, can you please send a message with 3 unique emotes in it? We're testing some latency here. Because apparently there was a massive fucking solar flare today, and it is causing a lot of issues with with latency. Hey, now, if Reese really did type the word Blago, we will be finding out in the next 4 minutes or so. But judging from the lack of responses from both Reese and Shells of Iron #1 fan, I have to assume that, yeah, the issue is not just based on location, it's specifically just YouTube is fucked at the moment. Because I know that, well, Reese and Shells of Iron #1 fan, I know are not in the US. Which means that essentially what's happening is that it's needing to send the like everything over to the YouTube servers and then send it out. And so what's happening is it's just getting fucked on the way to YouTube servers. The thing that can stop Shells of Iron stream is bad internet and the literal sun. Yeah, I mean, the literal sun is definitely coming close to it. Well, it's bad internet, the literal sun, and also my work schedule. 3 of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Let's hope we don't meet the 4th. Hey, that one's looking pretty good. I'm liking how it's coming together with the shading. probably afford to get another coat on our cracks here. Ooh, hey Sunju. I am sorry to say, Sunju, but the sun is directly attacking our stream. Did you scare me? You did. But what's gonna scare you even more is the fact that you're not gonna hear me respond to this for like 15 minutes because there's a solar flare. You scare me in about 13 minutes, Sunju. True. Hang on, ready? Ah! Oh, you scared me, Sunju. Now, just you gotta wait about 13 minutes for that one to come through. But yeah, I hope that it's just YouTube that is being affected by this, because otherwise it's going to make it quite hard for me to play tabletops with my with my friends in the Netherlands. I just realized one thing I'm not sure about is when it comes time for me to end the stream, I might just need to leave it running for a while, just so that I don't cut off like the last 10 minutes when I hit stop. I'll have to see how that works. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it though. It's up to 18 minutes now. No shot is it up to 18 minutes. You have little faith your group did well on the project while you were at work. Right. Were you hoping for them to do work on it, do you mean, while you were at work? Or were they presenting it while you were away? Was it for him, Blago? That's so late, John! That is so late. Holy, yeah, the solar flare has fucked us up. That's a horrid 16-minute delay. Yeah, it's bad. You love seeing when you have a message to when I read it and seeing how much work you've done on your model. Look, Technic. I understand that you paint fast enough that it's possible for you to see visible progress on your model within a day. No need to brag. But jokes aside, that is an odd, it's an odd way to milestone your work. You're timing it based off the solar flare induced latency. One sec. I will be back in just a minute. I need to give that that section time to dry anyway. Just get these in focus. Yeah, I will be right back. I am back. What's going to happen first? Shelly sees your comment or finishes the model. At the rate this is going, that might actually be in dispute. Hey. Yeah, I'm just gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. I don't think we will be streaming much longer. This is too fucked up. Like, when I say something, and then I'm just stuck here in purgatory for like 20 minutes, and then I see you guys respond to what I said, and by that point I have forgotten what I said, so I have to like backtrack through my mind and try to remember what you were responding to. Did you see your video at 112? So Mac, I saw your thing at 12. Well, so I saw it at 12:56, not 1:12. But I don't know at what point it bounced back to you.